Yeah, so going back to Hunger Games.
Wait, Jennifer Lawrence was in X-Men Origins?
Yes, she played Mystique.
Mystique, that's right.
Which was wonderful because she's running around in pretty much just a little bit of, latex and a lot of blue paint.
I haven't seen it, but there was this, you were showing me this clip from behind the scenes shit.
Oh, that interview?
Was really funny. Yeah. She was saying that whenever she'd sit on the toilets, it would leave blue all around it. And they'd say around the set that you got mystinked or something.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Aren't her interviews awesome?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I got to show you some more of those clips. You'll be amused forever. I haven't seen that Silver Linings Playbook she did. And actually, I know she did a horror film. I can't remember what it is. But it's on my list to watch on Netflix.
Jennifer Lawrence's Human Centipede. You see the Human Centipede films?
Yes.
You did? How many of them?
I've seen both of them.
Oh my god, I only saw the first one. Wow. That's impressive.
They're working on a third.
I
forgot who's in it. I seen an interview.
There's an
interview the other day, and I think it might have been on Conan last week. And they're talking about somebody who's going to be working on Centipede 3.
I'm going to lay out, real quick, the best new Centipede movie, right? First, number 1, Christopher Walken, right?
I love Chris Walken, so yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
That's all you need.
That's your list?
Yeah, that's my list. Christopher Walken is the instant classic, dude. That movie was almost the most fucked up thing you could imagine. Almost. Right?
It had that grody-ness to it. That's for sure.
It pooped in people's mouths. What the fuck? Just remember, girls, if you're in another country.
Well, I know the one of the chicks that was in the first one. She's in the second, and I think she might be coming back for the.
She didn't learn her lesson.
Well, no, you have the premise for the second is completely different than the first.
Oh, what? She just.
No, it's you.
This girl is the worst luck on the planet.
Yeah, pretty much
You see my cancel sign? It was all weird.
I do not want to hang around with you.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. It's hey, everybody in her family got cancer. It's what? Yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah, but.
Well, I know something worse than that.
It's really good.
I take it back. I can do it.
It's really good, though.
Okay. So while scouring through the internet, sometimes I'm on the site motherless.com, and sometimes it's not my fault. I promise you, this isn't my fault. But you'll just come across fucking waves and waves of girl on dog porn. Way too much for it to be normal. It's not. This isn't normal. This isn't this is the 0.1%. This is the 0.1% where it's so many girls filming themselves having sex with their dogs, on their webcams, and I've never heard of this. I've never heard a girl talk about this. I know lots of girls that have dogs.
So it makes you look at them differently now?
There's so many different facets to this. Number 1, there's a huge difference between somebody, I think, that would be I'm gonna have sex with my dog, and I'm gonna film myself having sex with my dog. Oh my god, how many miles of difference?
Well, I don't know. Well, if you're doing it already,
yet so many people have achieved that.
It's just like any other type of self-made porn.
Level 75.
It's like any other type of self-made porn. They're doing it already.
No,
they're doing it already. Might as well film it.
That'd be like necrophilia, and you're oh, look at all this pages and pages of necrophilia we're coming across. Whoa, no, it's not normal. It'd be like child porn, and it's just oh, hey, look at all this.
Yeah. It's. I guess if they have fun with it. Because I remember when we were talking about this earlier, I was, browsing up to see what, if there's, just some little numbers and stuff, and my dumbass forgot to write them down, but I remember reading it.
I think I could help you with some of the numbers. But first, I want to preface: this isn't my fault. Okay? This is not my fault.
That dirty chick on the internet did it.
Let us continue. Go on.
Where, they're talking about where, like, it's kind of like a mutual thing with the animal, too, where it's not really forced.
That's from a point of view.
Yeah, where some of them, what they call
People
it,
say the
animal,
same thing
where they say
about
be animal cruelty or animal
underage
abuse.
girls and stuff like
or
that.
animal abuse. But, there are some circles where saying that, it's kind of like a mutual thing between the animal and the human. And then what's funny is,
maybe in some cases, yeah.
and oddly enough, whenever I've seen shit like that on the internet, I rarely see a guy fucking an animal. It's usually the reverse.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay. This is weird too.
And usually,
but I've only seen
the butt of,
two videos.
And
of
usually
a guy.
the butt of the joke is a guy fucking an animal. But I rarely see that.
That's true.
I usually just see
the butt of the joke is the guy. Yeah, but yeah, I saw like 2 videos, and I was like, oh my god. But still, it was like I said, just waves of it, and it's like, how's this possible? How's this possible?
I know here in the States, there are a few that there's no really law against it.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, we looked that up.
Because I remember there was up in Washington is my favorite because it's one of the most recent big stories. Was they had that farm? It was kind of like an animal brothel, and
which begs the question. So people are fighting for this. Yeah. People are like, let us.
And then the only reason, what happened was there was a guy who was sent to the emergency room because I guess he had like a ruptured colon or something like that, and he died because I guess he was, fucking a horse or getting fucked by a horse.
Oh, I heard about
and then that's when it was brought to the attention of the local police, and then I forgot how, maybe like 6 months later or something like that, they finally have a law in the books banning it.
So is that animal cruelty? You let him fuck you.
Really, the animal's getting off and you enjoy it.
You know what though? I bet teachers would say the same thing. Like female teachers that fuck their students, they'd be like, "Oh, he was fucking me. How abusive could it be?" Anyway,
which I agree, but that's a different thing altogether.
Topic.
Yeah, that's a different thing altogether. I have feelings about that topic.
This is a normal topic.
But there's some books, and then what is it? I think it was Germany and Russia. I can't remember. Where it's not necessarily against the law to have sex with an animal, but you're not allowed to film it or document it.
Oh, for privacy reasons, clearly.
I don't know. It's like if I can't see it, it's not happening. But and then I know in Japan they have kind of like a little loophole. I think it's oral sex with an animal. It's okay.
Yeah, why
in
not?
Japan, and then I know
that's just oral. That's not even real sex.
And then we're doing
it barely.
And then
cheating.
looking it up, I found one of those what do they call them? AV idols that they call them in Japan. The chicks who do porn.
Oh
yeah,
like
and one of them kind of she's done a porn where it was like full on with the dog. Yeah.
Well, hold on. Well,
remember the whole Genki thing or whatever it was with the eels and the octopus and the frogs and the fish.
That was consensual.
No. Well, if as long as it's not a mammal, I don't care.
They thought it was a crevice. They thought it was a crevice to lay their eggs.
It wasn't in a pond, Corey. It was like in some fucking warehouse.
What were we talking about?
But
we were talking about doggone female bestiality, and you took it to a weird place, Conrad.
Hey, I saw it on the internet.
This is why we can't have nice conversations.
So, along with that, I think it was in Denmark it's legal, and Hungary.
So okay, so that's the clincher to this whole.
Where it's not just like but when it comes to the actual porn itself.
Yeah.
Where I know that there's a study, I think it was in Hungary I read, where there's a Great Dane star that they use a lot. And
okay, so we got a lot to explain. I had my theory was that this is a terrible theory. Now that I'm gonna explain it on the internet, my theory was that women were like, "Hey, if I have sex with my dog, he can't tell anybody." So, like, girls were just having sex with their dog.
But filming it lets it out.
And then the secondary theory was maybe this is some, like, dominant boyfriend forcing them to have sex with animals. Roman shit going on.
Yeah, I could tell you stories about Rome that I read about
Right?
today.
Yeah, exactly, right. But no, as it turns out, it's Denmark. Denmark. Conrad thought it might be Denmark. He looked into it.
I found that out, but yeah, I knew there was a country.
Denmark. He knew it. Conrad knows his.
It's
geopolitical
really,
history.
I mean, granted, it's not that all uncommon. I mean, if you come across it all that much. I remember when I was working at a smut shop, we sold dog dildos.
Okay, that was another part to my theory, right?
Yeah.
Was that there's clearly a fucking market for it. Oh, okay, so you know what? This actually supports the theory. Why would they be making porn if there wasn't a market for it?
Well, that's the way porn works. There's going to be a demand for every little fucking crazy thing.
There's like this market.
When I was working there, I had requests a couple times requests for if we carried movies, which we obviously don't because it's not allowed in California. We also had a horse dildo. We had an inflatable pig. We had an inflatable sheep. We had an inflatable donkey. The donkey was my favorite. Okay, hold on. Let me explain.
Yeah, you better.
The donkey one had like this little sound box in it that you put in there. And every time you ram it, it would make that fucking donkey hee-haw. Yeah. That's why it was my favorite. You can't get any better than that.
Nice, dude. That's good, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's also an element to animal stuff too, because I remember we had a rabbit tail butt plug, one with a butt plug that had peacock feathers. We actually
Good luck, dude.
butt plug. So they have a tail. We had a horse tail. And here's
You gotta have one.
Here's one of my favorite ones. We actually had a pig pigtail butt plug. Little curly.
Oh, curly. Ow! Jesus Christ, dude. What are you trying to do?
Yeah, we would have those.
Oh, Jesus.
And it wasn't just for like.
Oh, okay.
And granted, some people would buy them for like the funny ha-ha.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time, you
Where
obviously
do you draw the line?
you know that it wasn't just for a good laugh.
Where do you draw the line? Well, I was gonna say, so you have to watch your daughter's relationship, right? With your dog, I guess. Jesus Christ. Yeah, like I said, it's kind of tainted my view of any female that has
you like the dog a little too much.
Oh, yeah, exactly. A large dog. It's like, oh no.
Or talk about pet loyalty right there, huh? Dog follows you around for no apparent reason.
Yeah. Anytime she's at the pet store, right?
Scoping out the next. That one.
I don't know how this happened, but like,
I think it was always going on, and just because people are filming and putting it up, you get to see it more.
Even if.
But do you think that's a valid thing though? It was probably going on the whole time, but now that they can record it and see that. I mean, granted, maybe some people also getting ideas from it. That's why you're seeing it more also.
In astronomy, there's like every 100 billion years or something, fucking shit happens. But because of so many stars, they're like, oh, we look out and we see it every day, because that's the chance it'll happen with a single star. But there's so many fucking stars that you just look out, and that happens 5 times a day for every centimeter of space you can look at. It's like, oh shit, Jesus Christ. So maybe that's why.
I mean, now you're actually seeing it. I mean, maybe some people are getting ideas from it. You're like, hey, I've always thought about that. I guess it's possible.
But either way, girls are clearly fucking dogs.
It's in their mind already.
Okay. This is like foot job porn, right? It's like
we used to sell fake feet to fuck off with. But anyway, continue. Sorry.
But it's like that just went. It just goes right over my head. You know what I mean? That isn't nothing. You know what I mean? What are you doing? If you're gonna fuck a dog, There's all sorts of stuff you could do.
Are you saying that the hierarchy of worst is going to be feet then dog or dog then feet?
Feet and then dog. Feet and then dog for sure. But listen, how many things would you put before dog? A lot of things. How many things did you put before filming yourself getting fucked by a dog? How many things? How many things? I'd try heroin, not on film, before I'd try getting fucked on film. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's crazy. Like, there's so many things you would put before getting fucked by a dog on film.
Like ATM?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
For those of you not familiar with the term, ATM is not automated teller machine, it's ass to mouth.
What is the best accomplishment an ass-to-mouth porn star has achieved? Right? And what is the greatest accomplishment that a bestiality porn star has achieved?
Either way, if they're doing it for money, either way they're both making money. I mean, especially with bestiality, it seems to be a more reserved market. It's probably going to cost more, so they're going to bring in more money.
You got to live in Denmark.
I'm just thinking money-wise.
Arizona.
They probably, since it's a niche market, they probably make more. They're in higher demand.
23 states. Yeah. That's true. That is true. Wait, what? There were countries that were like, if you're a male, you cannot own a female animal.
Oh, no. I remember. It was, single men cannot live with animals or livestock. And I think it was in Peru. Is like one of those countries where it's against the law for a man to have sex with an alpaca.
It's always us. Like what? I just told you, pages and pages.
But I was reading about it. I read an article where it was saying that I guess through antiquity and olden times where it wasn't that uncommon or it really wasn't that frowned upon. I guess I don't know. Other than the biblical Bible thumpers,
Listen, you're chopping off people's heads every day. You have to fuck a cow or a horse every once in a while.
Yeah.
You just gotta get the testosterone out. You guys don't understand. Like, don't judge us. Like,
oh shit. Yeah. It's been a fun afternoon researching.
Yeah, lots of.
Well,
research.
remember, I was stuck on that a couple articles for a bit. It was fascinating time about the history of some of the stuff and how they think it's been going. They found caveman paintings of a guy fucking an animal.
Listen, we're not experts. We just heard about it.
We heard about it
from me.
He came across it. We had a good laugh, and then we're like, well, maybe let's see what this is all about.
And we looked it up for like a couple hours, and here we are.
Yeah.
But listen, Wikipedia does say there's absolutely a zoophilia community on the internet.
Oh yeah, they have like this what do they call them? Not forums or blog groups, something like that. Like Blogspot or something like that. They have like a little where they all come together and hang out.
Sons of a bitches.
Yeah, it's like a Trekkie club.
Nobody goes to this.
Yeah, obviously, there's one for bestiality.
It's a Yahoo group.
It's kind of like my fantasy football league.
Dude, fantasy football's cool.
Shit.
Don't bash it. Don't bash the league.
That's it's some good shit. And, next time when we're in Europe, maybe we'll go check out a film studio.
We're joking, but like at the same time,
this shit's actually going on.
This isn't a joke. Like girls fuck dogs, not just porn stars in Denmark. Like girls are fucking dogs, dude.
At home,
like this is
like a regular Saturday night.
Yeah, there's a problem.
And shit on TV, so fuck the dog.
Like get smaller dogs. I'm joking. I'm completely not joking, dude. Like. I wouldn't say it if I didn't experience it. But like, just like I said, it's like pages and pages. It shouldn't be.
So you draw the line when you date chicks that chicks with that are really into their dogs.
It should be difficult to find questionable porn. And it's not difficult to find that. It's not.
And some of it's not even in like the deep, dark, lower levels of the internet either.
We didn't even mention snakes. We didn't mention mice.
Oh yeah.
We didn't
Gerbils in
mention
the ass.
orcas. We didn't mention horses.
Well, orca will fuck you up first. And not in the fun, pleasurable kind of way either. They tear you limb from limb.
It's fucked up.
Yeah. So, in short, crazy bitches out there.
Don't get rabies.
You can actually get rabies.
You can get
Yeah,
rabies.
we looked it up. You can.
Chances are you'll get eaten before you get rabies, probably. If you trick a dog into raping you instead of eating you, you might have won. You might have won that battle.
Yeah. Well, and in Rome, they used to train animals and large ones too to do that for
We found that out today. It's not our fault we found that out, right?
Well, I kind of knew about that one because I studied ancient Rome, so I kind of knew that one already. But I got reminded about it in those articles I was
don't
reading.
come across a bunch of guys fucking cows. I don't come across a bunch of guys like... I don't.
It's always some crazy shit.
If I'm wrong, show me. If I'm wrong, just say Google this. Google this. Listen, let's battle a Google search right now. This is terrible. Google dog knot.
Spell it.
Knot. Just Google that. Google that and then tell me I'm wrong.
No, actually, I would love to read this feedback.
I would love feedback.
Send in your emails. Our emails are listed. You know that. But yeah, that'll be interesting.
I'm disappointed. No, No, I'm disappointed.
It's terrible. Fucking yeah. So if you found out your girlfriend had done that or does that,
just finding out somebody has a large dog.
You're already turned off to the idea?
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute. Like 50% now.
Girl, that's definitely a deal breaker. Girl, I have to draw the line somewhere.
No pet stores?
People into animals.
They can't even like dogs at all. No small dogs. Okay, so here's a thought. They make dog dildos.
Yes.
Do they make baby boy dildos?
No.
What's the reason?
Not my tenure. I don't know.
What's the difference between the two?
Well, because most of the time the dog's probably not a child.
I really thought it was about a privacy thing. The dog can't talk. But it's no.
Well, in that
girls in Denmark are willing to have sex with dogs.
And it's not like you're forcing her into it,
I don't know. We need to do
it's
more
still
research.
a male. A male just really want to just get their rocks off.
We need to do more research into the Denmark bestiality
If anybody knows about this
industry.
It'll be a good discussion.
Yes.
It'd be entertaining to see.
No one's talking about it. That's the biggest part. No one's talking about this.
Yeah,
that's
the last
why
time I've really heard this in the news here in the States was when that happened up in Washington a few years back.
I didn't even hear about that.
And then I know that there's a law in England, and I guess not too long ago there was somebody that was arrested for it. But I read about that, and then I think it was probably a scene when I was trolling through a BBC a while back, but I really didn't pay any attention to it because I was...
BBC's the best.
But it really, you don't hear about it that much. And it's going on. They're talking more about sexting, which pretty much is the same thing as sexting.
This is worse than sexting.
No, it's still in the same ballpark. They're still, doing naughty things and putting it on the internet. It's just a higher degree of naughty, but in essence, it's the same shit. And they're giving more focus to the other instead of to something a lot more extreme.
How weird, dude. What would you do if your daughter got pregnant and she gave birth to dog baby.
Part Navajo, part Labrador.
Would you raise it or would you give it away?
No, would it be a litter?
That's terrible,
Yeah.
Connor. He's so racist against his own people.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
Listen, I want to say this one more time. This isn't my fault, right? I shouldn't have access to this kind of stuff.
See what you did, Al Gore?
This is Al Gore's fault.
The end of the internet for chicks to put up videos of them screwing the pooch.
It's like, it's not cock prohibition.
Yeah, there's a lot of horse stuff out there I've seen also.
There's so
When doing research, I kept reading articles about horse stuff.
there's so many like I have so many guy friends that are like, I need a girlfriend. You know, it's like, oh shit. Well, this girl's having sex with her dog, dude. Do you want to have sex with her instead? Like, what?
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it.
You know, and I could be a degenerate, but I still have lines I don't cross.
So any girl that has a small dog, good for you. Good for you.
You're like, I prefer to date a chick that has sea monkeys. Because they're not even real.
Not eels. Not eels. Not dogs. Not snakes.
Because sea monkeys are just freeze-dried shrimp that they're kind of just finally get heated, dissolved, and then they're dust. Y'all, she has a pet rock. With or without the googly
It's
eyes.
shaped in the shape of a dildo, though. It has a warming crevice. You put heat in there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll try to find some of those links to, if you want to buy those toys we're talking about.
I'm not sure we can include those links. We'll try as hard as we
Well,
can.
you could just search engine it. They exist.
Yeah, we told you.
When I used to work in a smut shop here in California, and they sold them here. And it wasn't even that long ago when I worked. Actually, it's been a few years. Time goes by sometimes.
They probably have like double dog knots.
The horses were fun. We used to call him Mr. Ed. We call the dog one Clifford. And
Flexi, skin, dog, penises. Right? Like,
I saw a wolf one, an advertisement for a wolf one when I was doing my research earlier.
What's the difference between a wolf?
I don't know. It just said wolf on it, and I was like, I don't know. I had a good laugh about it.
It has extra veins. No, I don't know.
No, you're going into really big detail with this. Yeah. So yeah.
I wish it wasn't so.
So I guess that's that.
Yeah, it's that. I'm sorry, you guys. I almost didn't want to do this. I found this out months ago.
Yeah, and then he sent me a text a couple of days ago about it, and I was like, you know what? We should just touch on it.
No one's talking about it. Look it up. It's true.
Yeah, but
It's true.
And I knew it would eventually turn into an ick, but it's got to be done.
If you guys saw dogs or people fucking cats, you'd be like, hey, this is a problem. Next time on the Ramble, Al Gore ruins the world.
Yeah. I don't know, one of the other thing I came across when I was doing research just on different type of sexual stuff is, what is it, chlorophilia?
What the hell's that?
That is, clowns.
I've actually seen clown porn really early on in my porn experiences. I used to come across like mime porn and clown porn, and never since. But like,
For me, that's just funny, especially with what I did for Halloween. So that's a whole different thing altogether.
how did that happen? You know, something I've come across is vor. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, the eating, thing. Yeah,
The
Meant
fetish
to be
of
consumed.
being eaten. I found videos on YouTube of girls pretending they're eating their camera.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my goodness. This is a fetish. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, there's a whole big world there. Maybe one of these days we should do just a crazy sex segment.
This is almost that, but yeah.
Well, maybe this will be the inaugural. But anyway, I see a light flashing at me, which means we're gonna have to stop it about this time. Until next time.
Thank you for putting up with us.